What is up, budget billers? My name is Trill and we have multiple good pieces of information in this video today. For starters, we have a new stimulus plan proposal, and this time it's from Senator Joe Manchin, who infamously killed the previous stimulus packages in the Senate. Well, now he said he is ready to work with the Democrats on getting a deal done this year. In addition to that, guys, President Biden is asking for more stimulus relief aid, but Congress wants to know what he plans on using that money for. And lastly, guys, we have another state sending out $750 stimulus relief checks to its residents. And these checks could come as early as this year. And just a quick reminder, guys, on this channel, we cover everything from what's going on around the world with the stock market, with the war in Ukraine, as well as multiple daily news stories around the world. So if you're interested in any of these topics today and you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free. And if you end up liking today's video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Well, overnight, guys, Russia ended up attacking one of Ukraine's nuclear plants, and that thing caught on fire. And you can see right here in the pictures, guys, this was a fire. I know it's kind of hard to see, but this was a fire that ended up going for at least 2 hours before they were able to put it out. Now, luckily, there is no major damage being done to this, which is going to cause an impact on the individuals in Ukraine. But yes, guys, Russian forces shelled Europe's largest nuclear plant early on Friday, which was their time, sparking a fire as they pressed their attacks on the crucial energy producing Ukrainian city. And they also gained ground in their bid to cut off the country from the sea. Again, guys, Russia is continuing to pound Ukraine right now, which has caused more than 1 million people have now fled Ukraine as Russia nears a takeover of its main city, Kyiv, which is the capital of Ukraine. But so far, guys, everyone is trying to flee this country, and obviously men have been banned from leaving, but children as well as their mothers have been fleeing the country. And because there's so many people that are leaving Ukraine, well, the Biden administration announced on Thursday that they will now extend immigration relief to all Ukrainians that are currently in the United States. So yeah, the Department of Homeland Security will allow Ukrainians who are in the United States to remain in the country under a form of humanitarian relief. This particular relief is also known as a temporary protected status, which applies to people who would face extreme hardship if forced to return to their homelands that have been devastated by armed conflict or natural disasters. Therefore, these particular protections are limited to people already in the United States, and the DHS secretary has discretion to designate a country for TPS. So again, guys, those people that are already in the United States and Ukrainians, they are free to welcome to stay a little bit longer. And also, I believe that the Biden administration is also issuing a welcome to those individuals that are not in this country to be able to come over here as well. But obviously, we are kind of a little bit far from Ukraine, so they are really just going to their neighboring countries that are right next door to them. But 1 million people have left Ukraine so far, and we could see this number continue to go up over the weekend as Russia continues to plan their attacks on the Ukrainians. In other news, guys, President Biden is now asking for Congress to give more stimulus relief aid. Yes, according to this article, it says that Biden wants more COVID relief funds, and the GOP wants to know where the previous relief money has gone. Where is that money, President Biden? The American people want to know, because obviously you are holding out on a fourth stimulus check in which the American people really need it right now, especially with this inflation increase and continuing to rise. So, President Biden, we want to know exactly where that stimulus relief aid is from before the White House and Congress is going to allow you to approve of additional stimulus relief aid. But anyways, guys, I got off on a tangent, but right here, the White House has asked Congress to approve of an additional $22.5 billion to support the national's pandemic response. But Republicans in deeply divided Senate have said that they would not authorize additional funding until the White House was able to account for the trillions of dollars that Congress has already approved of thus far. And in a letter from Wednesday, the Office of Management and Budget said it needs money to bolster the ongoing relief efforts. That includes $18.25 billion to go to the Department of Health and Human Services, as well as about $4.25 billion to go to the State Department and the United States Agency for International Development. So the White House request comes as President Biden says that the United States is ready to move into a new phase of the pandemic with looser restrictions that had been deployed in the early days of COVID. Now states across the country, as well as across the political spectrum, have all rolled back mandates, including the indoor mask uses as well as the social distancing requirements. And President Biden has expressed optimism that the nation is headed in the right direction when it comes to the COVID-19 pandemic. But anyways, guys, hey, should the Biden administration get more stimulus relief aid, considering there are still stimulus funds out there that are still unaccounted for? And the American people and everybody on this channel wants to know, where is the money, President Biden? Show us the money, because we all need another $1,400 stimulus check. Do you guys agree with me? Hey, go ahead and hit the like button down below if you agree that we need another $1,400 stimulus check. But anyways, guys, hey, I do have a very, very happy story right here to tell you guys about. And that is if you guys are in support of the Ukrainians against this Russian attack on them. But anyways, guys, hey, you already know who Elon Musk is. He is the CEO and the founder of the company of Tesla, which creates those little fancy little cars that runs off electric batteries. But anyways, guys, hey, Elon Musk has just released and delivered these Starlink internet satellite dishes that are going up into space. Now, what this is going to give people internet access. But he went a step further, guys, because he promised the Ukrainian people, if they were physically attacked by the Russians, he was going to deliver Starlink internet to the country of Ukraine. And guess what, guys? That is exactly what happened this week. He kept his promise, unlike President Biden did, but Elon Musk kept his promise to the Ukrainians as he pledged that he was going to provide this particular Starlink internet to the Ukrainians, because they were already expecting for the Russians to go ahead and kill their internet access as well as their complete infrastructure. So yes, guys, about 7 days ago, Russia provided this invasion on the Ukraine and has damaged Ukraine's internet. So Ukrainian's Vice Prime Minister and Minister of Digital Transformation requested help from SpaceX and Tesla billionaire Elon Musk. And Musk replied saying he'd make the Starlink service active in Ukraine and send Starlink terminals to them so that they can use this particular internet access. And some said that this was just a PR stunt from Elon Musk, but these naysayers have been proven wrong multiple times when they're dealing with Elon Musk. You guys already know the story, but anyways, guys, hey, I thought this was an interesting story to know that one of the billionaires, which is actually the richest man in the United States right now, he has now provided free internet to those individuals in Ukraine. Now, earlier yesterday, he did send a warning in relation to this internet. And yes, Elon Musk warns to use Starlink with caution in the Ukraine. He said as a non-Russian communication system, which is Starlink, the Starlink satellite internet service has a high probability of being targeted during ongoing Russian invasion, according to Elon Musk. So yes, yesterday, the SpaceX founder, Elon Musk, advised users to only turn on Starlink when needed and to place the antenna as far away from people as possible. We also suggested visibly camouflaging the antennas that are being used. Now, some cybersecurity experts have similar warned that satellite communication systems can put users at risk, particularly given Russia's extensive experience targeting satellites. So yeah, guys, I thought this was an amazing story to hear that the most richest person in the world right now, Elon Musk, was going to provide this internet service to the Ukrainians, which he has no ties or no relation to whatsoever. Now, could it be a PR stunt? Well, it doesn't matter, guys, because he is doing a good deed and providing this for totally free to these individuals that are being attacked right now in their country as they try to defend it and protect their city and the capital of Ukraine. So anyway, great, guys. I thought this was an amazing story. Hey, let me know down below in the comment section if you thought this was an amazing story as well. But moving on, guys, hey, we do have some information in regards to a new stimulus bill, and that is coming from Senator Joe Manchin. And yes, we all know that he sabotaged the previous deals that were on the table, which got all the way from the House all the way to the Senate, in which him and his other conspirator, and I won't mention her name right now, but both of those were the reasons that those bills ended up failing in the Senate. But now Senator Joe Manchin has now possibly changed his mind. According to this article, it says that Senator Joe Manchin proposes a dramatically scaled down version of the Build Back Better bill. Yes, guys, earlier this week, hey, Joe Manchin said that he could now support a reconciliation package that reforms the tax code as well as lowers the cost of prescription drugs if the money that was raised in the split between spending on the new climate change proposals and the deficit reduction and fighting inflation. Yes, the West Virginia senator clarified he hasn't made any formal counter proposals to the White House, but he is sketching the outlines of a proposal that he could support along with the rest of the Senate Democratic caucus. You mean, hey, he is not going to vote with the Republicans here? He's going to vote with his actual party? I mean, I am shocked to hear this. He has not done that thus far. But anyways, guys, hey, it says that whatever Manchin ultimately agrees to would have a different name than the Build Back Better Act, which he said in December he wouldn't support it at all. But anyways, he says right here, he said, this is not a proposal. This is just a conversation, he said, in informal talks with the White House officials. He said, it just makes all the sense in the world. The one thing that we all Democrats all agreed on was the 2017 tax cuts were weighted unfairly. So if you want to fix the tax cuts and make everyone pay their fair share, whether it's for the very wealthiest people or for the corporations that pay nothing in taxes, I think that the president identified that last night in the State of the Union address. Then you have to fix the tax code, Senator Joe Manchin said. In addition, Manchin also said that there is a broad agreement among Democrats on passing legislation to reduce the cost of prescription drugs and suggested that modeling a program on what the Department of Veterans Affairs does to negotiate lower prices for the military veterans would be a great idea. Joe Manchin also said that the other thing that we should all agree on is the high pharmaceutical prices. So you allow for the negotiations to occur. And I just said that the organization that does the best job in Veterans Affairs, the Veterans Administration, gets some of the lowest prices. Maybe we should look at them and let them basically do that for us, for our Medicaid and for our Medicare recipients. So yes, guys, hey, this is a little bit step further in knowing that Senator Joe Manchin is trying to make a change, trying to make a difference. He's trying to stand with his party, the Democratic Party, and support a scaled down version of the Build Back Better bill. So this is some very promising news, but don't hold your breath, guys, because we have seen Senator Joe Manchin in the past. He has flip-flopped multiple times before. So we will hold this information right here with a grain of salt. You guys know how Joe Manchin is, so don't keep your fingers crossed just yet. But in other news, guys, hey, we do have some good news right here, because this says that Janet Mills plans to boost relief checks by $250 following a new revenue projections in the state of Maine. Yes, Governor Janet Mills will bump up her proposal for inflation relief checks by $250 after a state commission estimated that Maine would see a $411 million bump in revenues during the current two-year budget period. Now, this news came on the heels of a Tuesday meeting of the state's Revenue Forecasting Commission, and Mills said that she would use half of the increase to boost the overall check amount to $750 for 800,000 people. Now, those checks will begin to go out in July of this year if her supplemental budget proposal that's before the legislature is approved. So guys, hey, in Maine, if you are part of that team, we do need you to approve of these particular stimulus checks of the amount of $750. You heard it here first on Budget Bill Station. But anyways, guys, it says that while the governor's plans to make the use of the increased revenues, Revenue Forecasting Committee members greeted the new projections with wariness. They also saw potential economic uncertainty as inflation and global events affect prices of everyday goods and the effects of programs like stimulus checks taper off, lowering their long-term confidence in the new projections. Now, David Gunter, which is an economist with Maine Revenue Services, pointed that specifically to the rising gas prices that are possibly dampening sales tax revenues in the near future. So again, guys, hey, if you want to write your current Senate and rail as those administration people in your state right now so that they can know that the American people in your state of Maine need these particular relief checks to be sent out to you sometime in July. But anyways, guys, hey, I hope all of this information is helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.